Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to the channel. You know it's your boy Anime King, and today I'm going to be giving you guys part 9 of what if Naruto had the Sharingan and the Byakugan mix. Remember to get this one to 100 like as usual, share this to all of your friends on your social media platform, and also go ahead and check out what if Naruto had 9 Keke Genkai. I posted a new episode of that, so go ahead and enjoy that. And also go ahead and check out Anime King, my main channel, where I post a new episode of What If Tsunade was Naruto's mother, and I also post a new episode of What If Kurama gave Naruto a dojutsu. So guys, if you're new and this is the first time hearing my voice, what are you guys waiting for? Go ahead and click that red subscribe button and join the Anime King families. Go ahead and join Anime King and Anime King 2 guys, and become a part of both channels. Thank you all for your help and your support, and I hope you enjoy all the lovely what ifs I'm giving you. And remember to comment down below and tell me if you're new. I'll be replying and talking back to all of you. So without further ado, let's get straight into this new episode. So, the last time we left off, Naruto and his team were starting the Chunin exams, as Naruto also found out about his hexagon ability, that is self-movement, where his body basically moves on its own when he is using his hexagon to avoid attacks from opponents. So when they arrived, Kurama told Naruto that there are 2 other Jinchurikis here, as Naruto saw Yujito and Gaara. He could just tell that something was up with them, as he asked Kurama if he was right, and Kurama told him yes, that those 2 are the Jinchurikis. So Naruto knows that he has to watch out for them. So they took the first phase of the exam, which Naruto and his team quickly passed. It was then they went to the Forest of Death. Naruto and his team quickly found the scroll that they needed. As they were about to head towards the tower, they were then attacked by a grass ninja. It was then a giant snake devoured Naruto, but Naruto cut right through it with his lightning sword. As both Naruto and Sasuke tried to take on the grass ninja, but she was too strong for the both of them, as Naruto managed to get an attack off, and the grass ninja face melted to reveal another face underneath, which Naruto recognized as Orochimaru, as he wondered what the hell was Orochimaru doing here. He was one of the legendary Sanins. Orochimaru then beat both of them down like it was nothing. It didn't matter what they used, Orochimaru was still stronger than both of them, even if they combined their attacks. Orochimaru then beat down on Sasuke's neck, giving him the curse mark, as he beat down on Naruto as well. But it was then that Kurama felt this disgusting mark trying to take over Naruto's body. So Kurama flooded his chakra through Naruto's body and burned away the mark. Naruto then told Sakura to run with Sasuke, which she did after a while, as Naruto then tried to face off against Orochimaru by himself, but he quickly got subdued, and Orochimaru told him to just come with Sasuke, that he can grant him power that no one else can, to make him destroy Itachi for what he did to the clan. So yeah guys, that was basically the last part we left off. You guys can check out the playlist and check it out for yourself. So let's start this new episode. Sakura arrived to a cave, as she placed Sasuke down in the cave. She was at the front, making sure that no one will come and disturb them, as Sasuke was heavily injured, really badly, and he couldn't do anything at the moment. He was out cold, as Sakura started to fret about Naruto, leaving him all alone back there with that scary guy. Even though Naruto told her to run, she never wanted to leave him. He was her teammate, and he is probably dead right now, because of the bad condition he was in. Skipping to Naruto, he was currently lying down, with his lightning sword next to him. Above him was Yujito, Omoi, Omoi, and Karu. Who did him this way? Asked Omoi. How should we know? Karu said, as they all looked around at the destruction of the area. Well, what do we do now? Asked Karu as she looked at Yujito and Omoi. Should we just take him here and run? And how would we do that? Said Omoi. We are stuck in this forest, and it's not like we can just exit and carry him away. We would be stopped by the Konoha ninjas. Remember, this is a secret mission that no one can know about. So we just have to wait until he's in the open, where we can knock him out and take him back to the village, said Yujito. But we can't leave him like this, said Omoi. You're right, said Yujito, as Yujito then leaned down. As she placed her hands on Naruto, and her hands started to glow green, as she started to heal Naruto's minor wounds. At least it wasn't anything that bad. His body has been through a lot though. As she was moving her hands all over his body, checking for any other injury, she felt under his shirt that he had a lot of muscles due to Naruto training so hard at night. You can take a feel if you want, said Nibi. As Yujito blushed in embarrassment. What are you talking about? She said, having a conversation with the Nibi inside of her. I know what you just did. You felt a little bit aroused when you touched him a while ago. Don't tell me that you didn't. Remember, I'm inside of you. I know what you're feeling. I don't have time to talk right now. I need to focus on healing him. Yes, go ahead and focus on feeling him up, said the Nibi, as Yujito blushed in embarrassment again, as she cut the connection with the Nibi and started to heal Naruto. After a couple of minutes, there, said Yujito as she got back up. All of his minor injuries are healed. So what do we do now? Asked Omoi. Do we just leave him here? He's still unconscious. He will awake soon, said Yujito, but it's probably best if we... As she then scanned the area, as she looked until she saw a small pit where someone could hide in, as she then called for Karu to help her, as Karu grabbed Naruto's legs and she grabbed his arms, as the both of them pulled him away, as they bring him down into the small pit, as Yujito then put the leaves and the flowers over him, just to make sure he was hidden well. As they glanced back at him once more, alright, said Yujito, it's time we finish this part of the exam. Let's go, as her and her team headed off. About 15 minutes later, Naruto woke up as he jumped up out of the leaves, as he quickly went on guard. But he realized that Orochimaru was long gone, as he remembered what Orochimaru said to him, that he can grant him power that will make him defeat Itachi. But Naruto shook that out of his head for a minute. As he felt his body, he thought he was going to feel much sore and weak. But the fox seemed to have healed him a lot, and at an incredible rate. Right now, he has to find Sasuke and Sakura though, as he quickly head off through the bushes and start a search. Knowing Sakura, she must have brought Sasuke to a safe place to make sure he was safe until he wakes up, because Naruto was sure that he was still passed out after what that homo snake did to him, bit him into the neck. As Naruto touched his own neck, as it was still a bit sore, but at least that disgusting mark didn't appear on him. It seems Kurama got rid of it. As Naruto spent some time scanning the entire area, as he then heard a loud ruckus, he also felt a dark, ominous chakra, but it was mixed with Sasuke's chakra, because he knows Sasuke's chakra signature. As he could tell where it was, he was close. As Naruto headed off at top speed, he quickly arrived on a tree branch, as he saw Sasuke holding down a ninja with his foot in the ninja's back. Sasuke was about to rip off the ninja's arms, as he then looked around the area and scanned the field, as he saw the female member of the group picked up the 2 scrolls that his team had collected and she put it in her pouch, as another man was screaming as Sasuke was pulling hard. Sakura then rushed up to him as she grabbed Sasuke from behind, as she started to cry. Please Sasuke, stop this, she cried. As Sasuke released the man, he fell down to the ground in agonizing pain. His arms felt like they were about to be pulled out of their socket. It was then that the female quickly rushed over as she pulled Zaku towards her. It was Zaku Dosuan-kin. Let's get out of here, she said, as Dosu nodded as they all headed off. Sasuke, Sakura started to cry even more, as Naruto looked at the team that was heading off, realizing that they took the scroll. Naruto then turned his direction as he went after the team. Dosu, Zaku, and Kin thought they got away, as Kin was helping Zaku because his arms felt like they couldn't move at the moment and he was still in agonizing pain. It was then something crashed out of the sky in front of them in a bolt of lightning, sending all of them flying back as Naruto had his sword in his hand and lightning was cackling through it. Who the hell is this guy? Wait, he's that other Uchiha, said Dosu. As Kin focused on Naruto, yeah, he is. But wait, as she then examined his neck, but he doesn't have the mark that Lord Orochimaru told us about. Naruto heard the name Orochimaru. So, you guys are here with Orochimaru. As Kin then went quiet, seeing that she just made a big mistake. Zaku still was in antagonizing pain as he couldn't really look up or say anything at the moment. As Naruto then looked down, at the moment I cannot do anything to defeat that bastard, but I'll make him pay soon. He then looked up back. Hey girl, give me the scrolls. What? She said to him. I saw you took the scroll from my team. Now give them to me, or I'll take them by force. Dosu readied himself as he prepared his sound launcher on his arm. He turned it at Naruto as he let out a powerful wave of sound as it came towards Naruto, as there was a huge explosion. Well, he wasn't that tough, said Dosu. Who are you talking about? Said Naruto, as he gently appeared beside Dosu, his hand on Dosu's shoulder. If you move, I'll end you, Naruto said, as he had his sword at Dosu's neck. As Dosu realized that he couldn't move, he couldn't use his rocket launcher right here because he will risk injuring his own self and injuring Kin and Zaku. Now, give me the scroll before I kill him, said Naruto, as Kin quickly reached into her pouch. Here, have it. Just leave us alone, alright, she said as she placed them on the ground. But before I let you guys go, what did Orochimaru told you guys to do? Kin then gulped as she realized that this was her fault for talking about Orochimaru making the boy here. We cannot tell you that, said Dosu. Well, you're going to have to tell me, said Naruto, as he pressed the sword on Dosu's neck, as it started to bleed. Stop, said Kin. I'll tell you, but you have to promise to let us go. Alright, I'll let you guys go. Now tell me. Well, he told us that we had to find you and the other Uchiha, and test you with the curse mark. As Naruto looked at her, he then looked back at Dosu as he removed his sword. Naruto then chuckled, as the both of them looked at him confused. Why are you laughing? Asked Kin. Naruto then placed his sword on his back as he walked over and picked up the two scrolls. As he started to walk away, you guys are real idiots, you know that. What's that supposed to mean? Said Dosu, as he wanted to attack Naruto, but he saw how skilled and fast the boy was, as he was pretty sure that he couldn't beat him. Well, said Naruto as he turned around back and looked at them. The reason Orochimaru sent you all here was to die. Think about it. He wanted you guys to test me and Sasuke after we got the curse mark. And that power that I just saw and I felt from Sasuke was nothing but anger and rage. And both of us would have ripped the three of you to shreds. You three are just disposable tools. As Naruto then vanished, leaving both of them in their thoughts. He's right, thought Kin. Back with Naruto, he headed off as he quickly arrived back at the spot. Hey guys, said Naruto, as both Sasuke and Sakura quickly turned around, as Sasuke let out a sigh of relief, as he was happy that Naruto was okay, because Sakura told him that Naruto forced her to leave, so he could stay and buy some time. As Sasuke knew how strong Orochimaru was after that small fight and knew that Naruto didn't stand a chance, even if he had the hexagon, it didn't matter. You're okay, said Sakura with a smile. I told you that I'll be fine, but for now, let's head to the tower. We can talk about things once we got there. Sakura then hung her head down. We can't, she said. The scrolls, they're... Naruto cut her off. They're just fine, he said. as he pulled out the scrolls out of his pouch. How? Don't worry, I'll explain everything soon, but for now, let's go. As Sasuke walked up to him as Naruto saw the mark on his neck, he narrowed his eyes at the mark and Sasuke saw it, as Sasuke moved his shirt to hide the mark. As they all turned and headed towards the tower, as Naruto didn't want Orochimaru to come after him again, seeing that Sasuke has the curse mark now, he doesn't know what Orochimaru is up to, so the safest place for them to be right now is the tower. After a couple of hours of moving through the trees, they finally arrived as they saw a sign telling them to open the scroll. They opened both of the scrolls and then there was a puff out of nowhere as Kakashi appeared. As he gave all three of them a smile. I am so happy that you guys made it. As all of them let out a sigh of relief, knowing that everything's going to be okay now. Naruto's face then turned serious as he walked up to Kakashi. There's a lot of things that I need to tell you, he said. Time skip. 5 days later, the group got well rested and they slept a lot. So to make sure that they will be ready for the preliminary exam, Sasuke didn't want the curse mark to be sealed yet because Kakashi told him if he sealed away the power of the curse mark, he wouldn't be able to participate in the preliminary exam, and Sasuke wanted to fight. So he came up with a deal with Kakashi that they can do it after the exam, but Kakashi told him that if the mark tried to take over, he will come in and stop the match, and then he won't be participating in the exam anymore, as Sasuke agreed to that, but he still wanted to fight. Right now, all of the Genins that made it are in the arena, as Sarutobi is currently talking and telling all of them about the reason of the Chunin exams. Sarutobi also got information from Kakashi about Orochimaru as he heard about the mark as well. He had his envoys search and scour the forest of death, but Orochimaru was nowhere to be seen. The Kumo team was also there as they smiled. As Omoi smiled as he looked at Yujito, well, I guess it worked, he's fine. As Yujito looked over at Naruto, as she couldn't help but blush a little bit after what the Nebe said, but she shook that out of her head. Soon he will be a part of their village anyways when they take him back there. And for some reason, she also wanted to fight him. She heard how strong he was. And for herself, she was a proud Kunoichi, and she loved to fight strong people. While Samui, face expression didn't change, as she just looked off into the distance. After Sarutobi finished giving his speech, he told them that a lot of them got into this round, so they will be having the preliminary test, and the winners will be going off to the final round, as he then pointed at the giant board and told them that he will be going through random names, as he then handed over the position to Genma. Alright, listen up everyone, said Genma. The names will be flashing through the board, and those whose names have been called will fight in the arena. But before that happens, does anyone want to forfeit right here? You can forfeit and exit the Chunin exams right here. It was then Kabuto raised his hand, as everyone narrowed their eyes at Kabuto. I would like to forfeit, said Kabuto. Alright then. You're free to leave, said Genma. As Kabuto turned his back, Naruto narrowed his eyes at Kabuto. Why would he come so far to just forfeit? But no one really paid any mind, and Naruto had this strange feeling about Kabuto. But he brushed that off for now. Alright, said Genma. Because of the strange numbers, one of you will be fighting again. Huh? Most of them wondered. Let me explain, said Genma. There is not an even number here, so one of you will take a match, and if you win, you will be safe for now. But eventually one of you will fight again, so prepare yourself, said Genma. So one of us have to fight twice? How troublesome, thought Shikamaru, as he just wished that it wasn't him, because all he wants to do right now is to just go outside and watch the clouds, and just relax in everlasting peace. But he has to be here fighting in the exam. But he guessed it couldn't be helped, Naruto then turned around as he started to scan the people in there. As he remembered most of them in the room, his eyes then locked on Gaara, as he could see that bloodthirsty look in Gaara's eyes. "Hey, Fox," said Naruto. "What is it, kid?" said Kurama. "I want to know. You told me that there are two other Jinchurikis here and I found them. So does they know that I am a Jinchuriki as well?" "No," said Kurama. "This seal that was placed on you by the fourth Hokage is different from their seals. It completely suppressed my chakra to the outside world, even though it has gotten weakened over the years. They cannot sense me." "Oh, that's good," said Naruto. "So, my secret is still kept." "Oh, and boy, what is it?" "Remember, you're the Jinchuriki of the Nine Tails. Don't disappoint me." And with that, Kurama vanished, as Naruto scoffed. "Well, I guess that is his way of cheering me on." "So, who am I going to fight first?" Naruto wondered, as names started to flash through on the board. The first name was Sasuke versus Omoi, as Genma then told all of them to go up to the stands, as Sasuke and Omoi stayed down in the arena. "Do your best," said Naruto, as Sasuke nodded. As Naruto, Sakura and Kakashi went up the stairs, Genma asked the both of them if they are ready. As the both of them nodded as Genma said begin, Omoi quickly pulled out his sword. As Sasuke pulled out his kunai, the both of them rushed at each other as they slammed kunai and sword together, creating sparks. Omoi then went for a slash on Sasuke's arm, which Sasuke easily dodged. As Sasuke threw his kunai towards Omoi, Omoi quickly deflected with his sword as the kunai stabbed into the ground. Sasuke then ran through hand sign, fire style, Phoenix Flame, as he fired about 20 mini fireballs from his mouth, as Omoi dodged and deflected some of them with his sword as he felt the heat on his hand. "So, this is just the beginning of the Uchiha. Let's see how strong he really is," said Omoi. As Omoi ran through hand sign, lightning style, lightning torrent, he said, as he sent a wave of lightning rushing towards Sasuke. Sasuke saw this coming as he quickly ran through hand sign of himself. Lightning style, lightning wave, as his lightning wave and Omoi's lightning torrent contact as the both of them disperse each other. "So, you're able to use lightning as well. Impressive, Uchiha." Sasuke then felt the curse mark reacting on his neck. "Damn it," he cursed. He shook it off as he went into a fighting stance, as Kakashi told him that he couldn't use a lot of his chakra or he will force out the curse mark power, so he cannot let this battle last long. Sasuke then pulled out 3 kunais as he threw one of them in the air. He threw the next one to Omoi, as Omoi focused on the one coming towards him but glancing at the one in the air. Sasuke then rushed towards Omoi. Omoi quickly deflected the kunai that came towards him, as Sasuke then threw another kunai up in the air, knocking the other one as it came down towards Omoi. Omoi was surprised by Sasuke's skill with kunai, as he quickly jumped to the side. Sasuke ran through hand sign, fire style, fireball jutsu, as he sent a large fire towards Omoi. Lightning style, lightning dome. Omoi then created a barrier of lightning around him to protect him from the fire style, as the fire dispersed, showing Omoi completely fine. As Sasuke then rushed towards him, as the both of them engaged each other in a taijutsu battle, as the both of them were simply match to match, as Sasuke had a kunai in his hand, deflected Omoi's strike with his sword. The both of them then jumped back, as Sasuke ran through another set of hand signs, fire style, red streaming flame, as he covered the portion of the arena where Omoi was with red flames. As the red flames were rushing to Omoi, Sasuke quickly threw a kunai up in the air. As he predicted Omoi's movement, Omoi jumped up into the air, as he was caught off guard. As the kunai stabbed him in the shoulder, Omoi quickly pulled out the kunai as he ran through hand sign, lightning style, lightning spear, as his sword started cackle lightning in it, as Omoi started spin in the air, as he then came at Sasuke like a spinning geek, as Sasuke quickly jumped to the side as Omoi crashed into the ground with a devastating force. As when the debris and the dust cleared, Omoi was on his feet as Sasuke was going through hand sign, but he then dropped to his knees as the curse mark started to react. As Sasuke felt the power coursing through his veins, as Kakashi was about to do something. "No, wait, look," said Naruto. As Sasuke seemed calm, it was then Sasuke disappeared in an advanced show of speed as he appeared behind Omoi. Omoi quickly spun around his sword, but Sasuke dodged as he slammed his fist into Amoi's gut, sending him hurtling back. But Sasuke wasn't done there, as Sasuke kicked Omoi straight in the face. Omoi was sent to the arena wall as Omoi slammed into the wall as he dropped his katana. Sasuke was above him within seconds. "I give up," said Omoi. But Sasuke brought down his kunai on Omoi same way. But it was then a blur came and grabbed Sasuke's hand as everyone saw Naruto in the ring as well. "Calm down, Sasuke. He gave up," said Naruto. As Sasuke glared at Naruto dangerously as his hand started to shake. "I said calm down," Naruto said as he activated his hexagon. At the same time, Sasuke's Sharingan flared up to life as the both of them looked at each other. The marks slowly started to retreat back into the curse mark as Naruto let out a sigh as he deactivated his hexagon as Sasuke fall down to one knee. As Omoi watched the entire scene in front of him, the proctor after that declared Sasuke the winner of the exam since Omoi forfeit. Omoi then picked himself up as he went up to his team. "What the hell is wrong with you? Why did you give up so easily?" Karu asked. calm down, said Omoi. "Did you want me to die? Well, if you had fight seriously from the beginning and didn't hold anything back, I am sure you would have won. Remember the plan," said Omoi. "It's not the plan, you're just lazy," said Karu, as the others just sighed. Sasuke was then taken away by Kakashi as he went to seal away the curse mark, seeing that the match was over. As Naruto went back up to the arena with Sakura, "Is Sasuke gonna be alright?" she asked him. "Don't worry, Sasuke's gonna be just fine," said Naruto. Other matches were called, which was Shikamaru versus Kin of the Sound Village. As Shikamaru cursed, "Why do I have to fight a girl?" he wondered, as he wondered if he should just forfeit right here. But Asuma and Ino told him to go down there and fight. So in the end he fought, and he won this match. "Way to go, Shikamaru," said Ino with a big smile on her face. "Well, if you stop acting lazy, you're quite strong," she said, as Shikamaru just rubbed his ears. "I can hear you from all the way down here. Ino, you're so loud." The next match was Choji versus Dosu, and Choji stand no chance against Dosu, as Dosu easily won that match. The next match was Zaku versus Shino, which Shino won. The next match was Kiba versus Yujito. Yujito, who is that? Kiba wondered, as he then saw the girl coming down to the arena. He then looked at Shino with a smirk. "Don't worry, this will be over in like 2 seconds. As they arrived to the arena, "You know, girl, you should probably give up. I don't want to hurt you." Yujito got pissed when he said that. "So you think I'm weak just because I'm a girl?" "Well, it's true," said Kiba with an arrogant smirk. "Alright, we're going to see about that." As Genma just looked at Kiba to see how arrogant he was. "Are you guys ready?" Genma asked. "Yes, we are," said Yujito. "Begin," said Genma as he shunned Shin out of the arena. Kiba quickly jumped back. "Alright, Akamaru, let's..." But he couldn't get to finish that sentence as Yujito was upon him in seconds. She slammed her feet into his stomach. Kiba was sent flying back as he slammed into the arena wall within seconds. Akamaru rushed over to his partner. Kiba slowly got back up to his feet as blood was already gushing from his mouth. So powerful, thought Kurenai as she looked down to see her student got shot like that. It seems like the flame of youth burned strongly in her as well, said Guy, as he had to recognize her speed. She was quite fast. Alright, you little wench, said Kiba. Oh crap, said Karu in the stands. Why did he have to say that? She's going to beat him down. Hey, why are you smiling now, Omoi? Because I'm going to enjoy this, said Karu, as she looked down. A tick mark came on Yujito's forehead as her fingernails started to get long. She rushed at Kiba. Kiba didn't have enough time as she slashed at his arm, ripping through his clothes, cutting him. Kiba then quickly jumped back. Akamaru then rushed after Yujito. Yujito quickly backhanded Akamaru as he went down into the ground. Kiba then stood strong. You're gonna pay for that! Getsuga, he said, as he started spinning violently as he came at Yujito. The last second, Yujito stepped out of the way as Kiba then turned his trajectory as he came back at her. She then ran through hand sign. Sticky mouse, she said, as she fired a blue projectile out of her mouth as it hit Kiba in his Getsuga as he thought it would just blow away. But he then stopped as he crashed down into the ground as his entire body was stick up, his arms were stick and he couldn't do his technique anymore. Yujito then appeared above him as she grabbed him by the hair and pulled him up. So, who's weak now? As she didn't allow him to respond, she released him as she then knocked him in his face with her knee as he dropped on his back as Kiba was holding his face in pain. Why doesn't he just give up? Said Shino. You know how Kiba acts, said Kurenai. He thinks that he can beat this girl so he won't give up. Kiba then got to his feet as Akamaru appeared beside him. No more playing around, said Kiba as he tossed Akamaru a pill. Akamaru took it as Akamaru jumped on Kiba's back who went on all fours. Man-beast transformation as Akamaru turned into a perfect replica of Kiba. The both of them then started spinning violently as they combined with each other. It was much larger than when Kiba did the Getsuga on his own. As Yujito saw this, she smirked. She quickly moved out of the way as they came down hard. She thought that they were going to slam into the ground, but they dig right through it. As the ground beneath her feet then break away, she jumped out of the way as they fly out of the ground. They came back down towards her as they started to slam everywhere through the ground and came up at different directions. But Yujito was dodging them all. The arena was now filled with smoke. It was then that everyone felt a spike of demonic chakra in the dust. But guys, gonna be ending this episode right here. If you want to see the next part of this, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notifications they posted. Remember to share to all of your friends on your social media platform. And also go ahead and check out the new episode of What If Naruto Had 9 Genkai. And also go over to Anime King. I posted a new episode of What If Tsunade was Naruto's mother. And I also posted a new episode of What If Kurama gave Naruto a dojutsu. So check out that and enjoy. And remember, if you're new to both channels, go ahead and click that red subscribe button and join Anime King 2 and Anime King. And thank you for all of your help and your support. And without further ado guys, I'm out for now. See you tomorrow. Peace.